What are you doing?
Don't scare me like that, man.
Sorry. So what are you doing?
The hell does it look like I'm doing?
Letting the wall give you fellatio?
Wrong and gross. No, we have a mouse infestation and I'm trying to purge it.
Right. And your strategy is to disappoint them to death.
Disparaging remark taken into consideration.
How many mice we talking here anyway? Like around 10, 20?
Huh? No. Just one.
What?
Yeah, no, there's just been this one that's constantly running around and stealing the iconic wheel of cheese that I keep in my bedroom.
You know, I've always wondered how that thing stayed fresh at room temperature.
It doesn't.
Wait, so that wee creature took the whole thing?
Yeah, honestly, it was pretty impressive to watch, which is kind of why I haven't stopped him during the act yet.
Okay, hold on. Back up a second. If there is just a single mouse, why did you call it an infestation a second ago? You do know that word specifically refers to more than one pest, right?
I just proclaimed the existence of a mouse that has the ability to defy nature by lifting 20 times its own weight, and all you're concerned about is my grammar?
Aye?
No! In regards to your claim, the word infestation can refer to any number of pests, including just one.
What? Are you stupid? Brandon, if you're stupid, you have to tell me.
That's just what that means! That's what that's always meant!
What kind of crack-ass world do you live in where one creature can make up a whole infestation?
It is a mouse that is infesting my space, therefore making it an infestation. Are you just making a big deal out of this to gloat about your possession and my lack of a college degree again?
Basic English and grammar are so beneath the requirements for a college degree, and if you can't grasp that, you shouldn't be allowed to step foot in a college, let alone get a degree.
Aha! Well, joke's on you, I have stepped foot in a college once. To, use the bathroom. It smelled like crack in there. And then I found crack in there.
Riveting. And you know what? If you're gonna be this committed to stupidity, I'll let the internet prove you wrong then.
Right, because the internet's track record in honesty has been flawless. You'd be more likely to hear a truthful answer from a married couple, which is saying a lot, you know what I mean? Up top!
Okay, here. The presence of an unusually large number of insects or animals in a place. Wow, I was right. What an unforeseen outcome. You know me being right.
Great, well I hope this petty triumph helps you sleep at night. Now, if you're not going to be any actual help in regards to my mouse issue, then feel free to leave at any time.
Look, I'm sorry. Have you tried, coaxing it out with a piece of cheese or something?
That wouldn't work. You would know that cheese is bait.
What are you talking? It's a mouse! It's not gonna know the difference between bait cheese and normal cheese.
Yeah, well, watch one shove a 12-pound wheel of the stuff through a 2-inch gap without tearing it, and then try telling me that to my face.
Aye, fair enough, I guess. So what is your plan to coax it out then?
Well...
And I swear, Brandon, if you say you got some nonsensical scheme that involves you talking about a mouse-related video game in hopes to gain its trust or something equally as stupid, I will lose the last drop of respect I had for you. Do you ever get tired of being extremely predictable?
Can I just talk about my stupid game now?
Pop quiz! When did Sonic the Hedgehog first appear on a Nintendo console? Yeah, I bet you weren't expecting to be tested this early on. Also, I must add a disclaimer that this is a trick question. Got your answer? Good. Now, if you said Secret of Mana for the SNES in the form of a tiny enemy named Pebbler, then I'd say...
What?
But I'd also say you're wrong, because the real answer was the game Speedy Gonzales Los Gatos Bandidos for the Super Nintendo. You might also be thinking to yourself, but Brandon, Sonic the Hedgehog doesn't appear in that game at all. To which I reply, in spirit he does. It's spirit! Ah, yes, the Looney Tunes. Never watched much of the cartoons featuring these characters, except for maybe like the Looney Tunes show and Space Jam, I guess.
Someone's gonna have to go to my house and pick up my basketball gear.
To your house? In 3D land?
I definitely was more of a Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network fan as a kid, which is basically another way of saying I'm not too sure how familiar I'll be with some of the aspects of this game. But that's not what I'm here to judge anyways, so... So, Speedy Gonzales Los Gatos Bandidos was developed by Sunsoft, who... I guess we're actually pretty familiar with creating Looney Tunes themed games with past works such as Tasmania, Roadrunners Death Valley Rally, Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday, Looney Tunes B-Ball, Bugs Bunny Rabbit Rampage, Daffy Duck the Marvin Missions. Oh shit, they made Lemmings? The Sega Genesis version? How did I not know that? Alright, you get the idea though. With their vast knowledge and experience with the Warner Brothers IP, and, you know, just making games in general, surely they know what the hell they're doing here. So I guess now's a better time than any to do my favorite pastime, insertion, and my second favorite pastime, playing video games. And with that disturbing information out of the way, and also after watching the plot synopsis for every 90s platformer ever, kidnapping, our journey to once again be the rescuer begins. Amiibo indeed, my friend. Alright, first level is booting up. Let's see what we're greeted with.
Oh, he's still looking at me.
Okay, so far this is actually not bad. Like, platformers obviously aren't the most interesting thing to discuss in terms of quality. Oh, I like how this game lets me jump over a hole better than this game. But I want to believe everyone knows what bad controls feel like. And this is not an example of that. Everything feels responsive, jumps aren't too floaty or weighed down, and the momentum feels earned and natural.
Holy shit, there he is! It's Sonic! Yeah!
Yeah, when I said this game has Sonic inspiration, I was not joking. So, to avoid getting repetitive, let's just go ahead and name all the Sonic-inspired aspects of this game in one consecutive list. First thing here, this running animation. Do I even need to say it? Let's see. You can look up and down, which moves the camera, like in classic Sonic. There's spring-like contraptions everywhere. The jumping sound effect is noticeably similar to that of Sonic's. We got balancing animations. Both titles don't have a run button. Instead, you build up speed by going down slopes. There's a shoe power-up that gives you a temporary speed boost. We got some spinning signposts, albeit possessing a different mechanic. And there's these tubes that function exactly like the ones in Chemical Plant Zone. Now,